Hello everybody, and welcome back to my sunroom here in East Tennessee on this beautiful day in August. I've got some new things to share with you all today. I've got some new orchid shells that my husband gave me as an early birthday present. I couldn't wait to show you. And also, Christmas came again. My sponsor, the Orchid Supply Store, sent me another box of things to show you all. And oh my goodness, I can't wait to use them. Can't wait to share them with you all. Look at what I got. And here's the Orchid Supply Store's web address right here and their phone number. And if you use my code, Amy, then you'll get a 12% viewers discount. And also they offer free shipping on all your orders. I think that's just so awesome. And there was a note in the big huge box, and it says, Amy, here are a few things you may can use. And yes, Ken, I can definitely use these. These kits are what we call all-in-one. If you need to repot just one orchid, there's no need to order a bag of bark and 5 pots. Order just one of our all-in-one kits and you get your choice of bark and pot. The kit is a pot, bark, and moss, all you need to repot an orchid. Available in pot size from 3 inches and up with any of our barks or special blends. So as you see, here is your bark and your moss. They also have slotted pots. Same thing, bark and moss. This is the small Orciata bark. I can already tell. This is, it looks like large fir bark. It's beautiful in a regular solid orchid pot and with a basket. So they have all in one. I get a lot of comments in my comment section about, oh my goodness, I only need to repot one orchid. What do I do? Here's your answer. This is absolutely amazing because, you know, it's just so easy to get to the end of the growing season and you need enough for just one. So this is what you all can do. You can order these kits that are all in one. That is genius. They also sent me some Rexius fir bark. This is a western fir bark and it's heat treated to eliminate any pathogens. And I have grown a few of my big phals in this type of bark. Let me show you which ones. My huge phals along this back side of the wall, my Caribe on the left, my purple dust in the middle, and Phal Marianne on the right. These all grow in fir bark and they do so well. So yes, I do use and really like fir bark. So these are going to be put back in the bark I just showed you when I go to repot these. And this is a close-up of that product, and this stuff is beautiful. There's fir bark, and then there's this. This is absolutely the prettiest fir bark I ever saw. And he says the Mountain West Products Reedsedge peat moss that's on the left, it can be used with potted plants or in the garden, and the same with the mushroom compost. Here's what the Reedsedge peat moss looks like. Wow. I'm going to be amending the soil to several of my potted plants with this, and also my roses need some help this year, so I can tell they need their soil amended too. So I'm going to use this around them as well. They're going to love it. And this is the mushroom organic compost. And I got on the Orchid Supply Store site and they had some information on there that I thought was really interesting. This is wheat straw, fibrous peat, gypsum, dolomite, cottonseed meal, and peanut meal. And after the growing cycle of the mushrooms to complete the mix, it is sterilized and the composting begins. Let me tell you all a little story about mushrooms. My husband is European and he grew up in an area of Europe where there were a lot of apricot trees. These mushrooms grew at the bottom of the apricot trees. These mushrooms were highly sought after because the mushrooms were very good for the apricot trees and helped them produce more apricots. In turn, the mushrooms themselves kind of tasted a little bit like apricots, so they were highly sought after. So when my husband saw this, he got really excited, and I know what I'm going to use this for. To repot my lemon and my lime trees, this is going to be put in with those trees. They're going to do fabulously well with this mushroom compost. I'm so excited about using this. And he also sent me some vermiculite. And he says the vermiculite is used as you would use perlite. So the same aeration, but the vermiculite also retains water. And I was going to show you the really cool thing about these bags. You know how when you go to repot and you don't have a big hefty pair of scissors, you can't get into the bag? Okay, look at this. Is this handy or what? It just tears off. And then all of these are in these big Ziploc bags that are very easy to reseal. And that's what that looks like. That is beautiful stuff. I cannot wait to use that. I'm probably going to use this in some of my African violets. I think that they would really like that. Also, my dracaenas, they would benefit from some vermiculite as well. And I left out some cool facts about that mushroom compost. Can you tell that I'm really excited about the mushroom compost? Because I really am. It says that there are months of aerobic composting that goes into this product, and it's mixed with composted cow manure. Can you imagine how good that is going to be for your plants? So yes, I'm so excited about that. Thank you so much, Ken. This was just above and beyond. What I actually contacted him about was, I'm going to be starting some sunflowers early in the year, next year, in those black starter pots. And I wanted those just on hand. And he said, sure, I'll send you those. And I look out on my front porch 2 days later, and here's all this. And I thought, oh my gosh, that is just above and beyond. So yes, I appreciate you, Ken. And speaking of my lemon and my lime trees, here they are. The lemon tree has done very, very well. It did drop some leaves when I first brought it home, but that is completely normal. From what I understand, even if you move them 5 feet, they will drop leaves. They kind of get sad for a minute or two. And this is my lime tree. This whole branch here has grown in the past month. Look at all of the new growths on this lime tree. He will not be outdone by the lemon tree. He does not want to be the little brother. I'm so proud of him. So I'll be using a potting mix specifically for citrus trees that I am going to also use some of that mushroom compost in, and I cannot wait. These things are going to grow so well. I'm excited. And here's Big Red in a new 14-inch pot. Wow, it took my husband and me both about 2 hours to get this repotted. I used the Mountain West Products Glacier Gold potting mix. It was awesome. So I know that Big Red is going to do really, really well. I put him under this grow light because this is the back of the sunroom, and of course he needs his own zip code. He is large. He's almost 4 feet across. So got him repotted. Ken, thank you also for the Glacier Gold mix. I used all of it for this one cactus, so I know he's going to be happy. I also put coarse perlite in that mix, in the Glacier Gold mix. I used probably about 1/3 of the coarse perlite to about 2/3 of the Glacier Gold, and the mix was perfect. And this has been a really fun video for me to make. I've just enjoyed sharing all this with you. I just feel like birthday and Christmas all came in one day, so that's awesome. And before I end the video, I would love to say the blessing over you, your families, and your plants. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face shine upon you and be gracious to you. The Lord lift up his countenance upon you and give you His peace. You all make it a great day. We'll talk to you next time.